As you know, we are committed as a conference to reaching more and younger and more diverse people to become disciples of Jesus Christ. The New People, New Places grants are for churches or ministry that you have a plan for it, you have an idea, but you just need a little help to get started. Maybe a little seed money to get started or some other ways that we can come alongside you and support you and help you. I want to show you how to fill out a great grant request. You don't need to be an experienced grant writer. You just need to think about 5 things, and if you'll answer those in a straightforward and simple way, you'll end up with a great grant request. Number 1, and most important, the key is to show who are you reaching and what steps will these new people follow to become disciples. Once they've met you, then what are the steps they'll go through in order to become disciples of Jesus Christ? Some churches are pretty clear already about their discipleship pathway. If you're one of those churches, you're fortunate. Just attach your discipleship plan and you'll be good to go. But for most churches, they don't have an articulated plan for how you get from first contact to becoming a disciple of Jesus Christ. So we encourage you to work with your church leaders. Outline the steps. What would happen when a new person first comes? They've made contact, or you've contacted them through this ministry, and now you're going to help them learn about Jesus and decide to follow him. One way that we think about that sometimes in small groups is how do you help somebody move from observer to participant to becoming involved to being engaged and finally to being committed to what the ministry is, or in this case, to being committed to Jesus Christ. Or another way to think about that would be how do you help someone move from knowing about Jesus to knowing him, and then from knowing him to deciding to follow him and to grow deeper daily. This is the most important part of the application. The other parts are fairly simple and straightforward. Number 2 is be able to show buy-in and engagement from your church or ministry. In other words, is this project something that is only the idea of 1 or 2 or 3 people, or is most of the church involved? Or in fact, is this a part of the plan of your church for the coming year? Third, you'll need to show how you're going to take care of the money. How is this project going to continue also after the conference funds are no longer available? We're thinking that this is seed money to get you started, but that your project will continue long after the conference money ends. Number 4, you'll need to describe what kind of outcomes are you going for in your project. What are you measuring and why? How will you know you've been successful? Probably you're going to be measuring professions of faith for one thing, people who are making a commitment to Jesus Christ for the first time. But there may be some other steps along the way, some other things that you're counting, some other things that you're measuring. You may be looking at increases in worship attendance. You may be looking at increases in the number of participants in various of your small groups. You may even be thinking about the number of people who are progressing from involvement to engagement to commitment. And finally, you'll want to share this vision with your district superintendent and with your district mission strategy team in order to see how your project fits within the larger district strategy. In other words, is this something that some other churches in the district might like to come alongside you and work with you? Or is it something that they could duplicate in their own setting? So that's it. 5 things. Show who you're going to reach and your specific discipleship pathway for them. Demonstrate buy-in from your local church. Show how you're going to be financially accountable. Explain what you're going to measure and why. And show evidence that you have support from the larger connection. Again, we're excited that you are finding new ways to reach more younger and more diverse people who will become world-changing disciples of Jesus Christ.